a recent question that I was asked, but it's a common question. Um, and honestly, the question depends on the manner of how you say it, whether or not we are offended. I mean, there's a few questions that are common, but the most common, at least again, with males that are, from Pakistan or something like that, around there, is the first thing they will ask is, "Are you Muslim? Is your wife Muslim?" Now, it all depends on the tone of how you ask that, whether or not you get an answer. But we have found that most that ask us that question tend to ask it so they can then attack us. Um, More commonly, we have been attacked when we have been asked that question. Um, the first thing they say is, "Are you Muslim?" And that's usually followed by, "If you aren't Muslim, then you cannot be married to Sidra." It's an old question that we don't care to ask anymore. Personally, also, I live in America. We live in America. My wife is an American citizen. So therefore, we are not tied to the same views that you may be connected to in your own country. We're not disrespecting anyone's cultures or views, but in that same note, you should respect ours. I didn't even want my wife in this video because she gets really upset whenever that question comes up, because she gets tired of having to try to prove herself, and how she is. By the way, it's beautiful down here. Gia!
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking to make sure where I can see you. Thank you, baby girl. But I think it's irrelevant in the sense that, we have been a blessed family regardless. So I think it's a rude question to ask someone and you don't even know who they are. It's another thing if you say something like, "Oh, we enjoy your family," or, "Oh, I enjoyed this video, that video," something to show that there's interest. And then, we have people that would genuinely be curious whether or not we're Muslim. That I totally get. But I don't get it when people that's the only question, that's the first question, "Are you Muslim?" Watch our other videos to find out if we're Muslim or not. I think that a more important question is do you see a family that is focused on being positive, a family that focuses on, the parents are focused on bringing their children up properly, a marriage that is solid, and the husband and wife are focused on bringing each other up, not just the children, making sure that we stay positive. When you see our videos, can you tell who's Muslim and who isn't Muslim? I mean, I know I've been asked that question before, "Am I Muslim?" But it was usually off the premise of because of my race, because of my skin tone. So it wasn't asked in a positive tone. I was even told, by some family members that the first question was, "Okay, so you're married to Sidra. Are you Muslim? Even if you are Muslim, I have a problem with it because you're black." So, to me, that question, "Are you Muslim?" usually is connected to something negative racially. And I even have friends that are Muslim that are black. And, they get asked that question. It's like, don't you see them in a mosque? What do they have to do to prove that they're Muslim just because they're black? They shouldn't have to prove anything to anyone else. For me to be asked that question, "Am I Muslim?" Does that mean that if I don't give you the answer you want to hear, that is when you would choose to disrespect me? I feel that when that question is asked, it is always followed by judgment, or it's followed by negative attitude followed by hatred. And how can you be hateful if you're a Muslim? So just ask yourself that question. What does it take to be a good Muslim? And if you are judging me based off of whether I'm a Muslim or not, just remember that, God is also judging you based off of your judgments. So that is my answer to the question, am I Muslim? Is my wife Muslim? Look at our older videos to see look at our older videos to see who is Muslim, who isn't. To quote Sasuma, my wife's mother, who is a devout Muslim, she said that I was a good man and that she felt totally fine with me marrying her daughter, and that I treat her daughter with the utmost respect, and that I'm there for her as a husband should be, as Allah requires. So I'm going to leave it on that note. Everyone enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I'm just sitting out here watching my daughter play on her swing set, and I'm going to be content with that. Take care.